audience, but what we have to show is actually quite good. Let me introduce myself. I'm Erwin Feldhaus. I work for ProMexico, which is the economic promotion arm of the Mexican federal government. And to my right, Sergio Holguin, he is representing from Natur, who is charged with developing infrastructure for tourism projects. And today we will present some of these projects, very concrete, which are nice opportunities for investment. First, I would like to give you a small overview of the Mexican business environment. Perhaps you know it, perhaps you don't, but this is a nice reminder. First of all, from very turbulent times in the late 70s, early 80s, where we had high inflation, we had absolutely a very small portion of commerce trade going on with outside of Mexico, and we had literally no reserves. We've come to a position in 2013 where we have very solid macroeconomic indicators, which has also led us to be ranked every time higher and higher by the current credit rating agencies. In fact, Moody's just upgraded Mexico to an A3 rating. This is good news, obviously, because when we talk about investment, we talk about interest rates, we talk about credit securities, and this is a stable environment which allows you to have that confidence. On a different front, Mexico has also been climbing up all these different ease of doing business indicators or reports. That steadily over time. We have now, I would say, the best ranking in recent history for the country, and this well above all the BRICS, which have normally been taking all the attention from countries like Mexico in the last decade or so. This, in terms of very concrete procedures to open business, for instance, you can see Mexico only 6 days to open a business, or 99 procedures that you have to follow to do the same thing. You can compare even to Germany or the Czech Republic, where these things are much more take a bit more time. The same for obtaining building permits. Basically, we're kind of, our benchmark is up here, Mexico, US, Canada, and after that's North America. We have to somehow be in the same league. And the number of procedures also has been reduced to very few. Sorry. On top of this, with the change of government in 2013, the new administration has managed to create a pact for Mexico. This pact for Mexico is a pluralistic engagement by all parties, and this has allowed Mexico to work on a number of reforms that are necessary. Many of these have already been passed, some others are being worked on right now. The latest you might have heard is the energy reform, which has passed, is now in the secondary chamber, and is going to be portrayed as laws of physical, specific laws in very few months. In the tourism sector, we have a country that is very well placed. We have many stable, you have geographical location next to the USA. It's our biggest visitor. They contribute to the most tourists in Mexico. We have very good connectivity over air and land and sea. And we have, again, the macroeconomic indicators that make the pillars for a thriving tourism industry. We have, in 2013, we had a record 23.4 million visitors from abroad, which basically ranked us as position 13 in the world. And in terms of the income, we're up there in the 24th rank. The tourism sector is very important to the Mexican economy. It represents over 8.4% of the GDP. and has huge potential. And it's the fourth income source in the economy. Sorry, it has I'm on the wrong slide. We have the potential in the cultural tourism. We have the fourth place worldwide in this category, fifth in the biodiversity, and we have the ninth most known species in the world. This is something that normally you don't know about Mexico. 10th in the most natural sites. In terms of the income, here it is, fourth source of national income today, and this will rise to 9.4% of the GDP by 2018. The visitor satisfaction index, the repeat index is 98%, recommendation index 99%. So this is speaks for what people experience in Mexico. Aside of the let's say traditional beach resorts, we also have a big business tourism sector, sports, luxury, nature, adventure, sun, health and relaxation, and cultural. And so basically this tells you that in a nutshell you have to be in Mexico as an investor. With this I would like to give on to Sergio.
Thank you. Thank you, Erwin. And before beginning my part of the presentation, I would just like to say that even though Erwin and I work for different government agencies in Mexico, we both work for the same purpose, which is to attract foreign investment into Mexico. In my particular case, attracting investment into the tourism sector. I would like to speak to you about investment opportunities, specific investment opportunities in Mexico. Let me begin by saying that I work for the National Fund for Tourism Development, or FONATUR for its acronym in Spanish. FONATUR is part of the Mexican Ministry of Tourism, and at the same time it is part of the Mexican federal government. FONATUR is a parasale entity of the federal government created in 1974, which has a very specific mission, to be the strategic axis for the development of sustainable tourism investment in Mexico. And in the fulfillment of its mission, it has created destinations such as Cancun, which is mostly worldwide. It has worldwide recognition, and probably you have heard about it. We also have created destinations such as Los Cabos, Ixtapa, Huatulco, very popular destinations among foreign visitors, foreign tourists. I'm going to skip this part. I'm just going to mention that FONATUR basically acts as a facilitating instrument of the Mexican government for foreign investors, because when you invest with FONATUR, you're basically partnering up with Mexico's most important government agency for tourism development. So how do you invest with FONATUR? Well, first of all, FONATUR, when it was created almost 4 years ago, decided that the touristic potential that the country had needed to be developed. And in that sense, FONATUR basically develops a land that have touristic potential, provides the land to investors, and makes all the accomplishes all the necessary steps in order for the investor to buy the land and develop it according to the master plan that has FONATUR's approval. For example, in Cancun in 1970, we just had this strip of land that obviously had touristic potential, but right now we have not a strip of land, but we have a strip of land with this whole bunch of touristic projects that include hotels, golf courses, marinas, restaurants, and such. When you're interested in investing with FONATUR, you basically have 4 different payment options to buy the land directly from the government, directly from FONATUR. These 4 options are described in this slide. This would be the traditional way of investing with FONATUR. We also have 2 other additional ways in which you can invest with FONATUR. Basically, in the first one, FONATUR provides the land, and the investor develops according to a master plan with FONATUR's approval. In a sense, it would be like a joint venture in which FONATUR would be acting as a part of the investment with land provision, and the investor would have to provide or supply the capital necessary to develop the land and develop touristic projects, which could be as I was saying, from a small hotel, a small commercial center, to a luxury resort with golf courses, marinas, and such. The other alternative way to invest with Fonatur would be Fonatur provides the land, the investor provides the required equity, and a third party would develop that land according to a master plan with Fonatur's approval and accomplish this basically the same purpose as in the first alternative, only with the difference that the investor not necessarily has to operate the touristic projects that get developed. Under these two alternative schemes, we require the creation of a trust with the support of a fiduciary or trustee that manages the contracted assets, which guarantees the legal certainty of the investment. In terms of finance, in fact, in Mexico we have development banks. The most widely known across the world is Bancomex, or the National Bank for Foreign Commerce. We work hand in hand with Bancomex in order to provide finance for touristic projects at a very low cost. This Mexican Development Bank basically offers support to fund construction, equipment, expansion, remodeling, working capital, and the sale of tourism projects. And in a nutshell, it offers access to long-term financing in US dollars and Mexican pesos with grace periods, competitive costs, and a timely response. I would now like to pass to the second part of the presentation where we describe the destinations that Fonatur has created and the potential that these destinations have for future investments in our country. To begin with, we can go to the first part, destinations. This is a map of Mexico, and you can tell that Fonatur has been working across the entire country. From Cancun, down there in the Mayan Riviera, to, well, could you go back to the map?
Yes.
To Los Cabos in the Baja Peninsula, which are two of the most widely known projects that Fonatur has undertaken. We can go maybe to Cancun too, so that you can know a little bit more about this project if you haven't heard about it before. These are some basic indicators. This is some general information about This is some general information about available rooms, occupancy rates, tourist arrivals, average state and flight arrivals. You can tell that it is a very developed, very consolidated market, and in 2013 preliminary figures show record high numbers for this destination. If we can go forward, these are some of the hotels that are currently in Cancun. You can tell that they are first class hotels, first class resorts that attract a lot of tourism and make Cancun our most important destination in the country. Could you go? In terms of visitors, most visitors come from the United States and Canada and North America, basically for geographic reasons. But also in terms of Europe, we have a lot of visitors from the United Kingdom, Spain, Italy, France, Germany, and Asia, South Korea, and Latin America, Argentina. And some of the images of the type of touristic segments Cancun is mostly known for: the gastronomy, the sports, the ecological tourism, the cultural tourism. Basically, it is not only the door to the Mayan Riviera, but also to the Mayan ruins. If we can go back to, not to the destinations, but the touristic projects, we also want to show you a little bit about the touristic projects that are currently underway across the country. For example, if we go to Costa Capomo in the Nayarit Riviera, we have the master plan that Fonatur has conceived for this destination. We're talking about a total area of 267.9 hectares that has about 220 hectares for sale, a total room capacity for 3,213 rooms, housing capacity for 4,059 rooms, a total room capacity of 7,272 rooms, and a beachfront of 3.8 kilometers. The projects or the touristic products that are right now, could you go back?
Yes.
The touristic products that Right now, we're thinking about for Costa Capón, we are 5-star hotels, 4-star hotels, a commercial center, a shopping mall, multiple housing units, golf course, single housing units, and beach clubs. And this is the estimated cost for the land and the estimated investment required to develop these products. If we add all these products, we would get an estimated total investment of $1.4 billion. We can go back to a different project and maybe show Loreto Puerto Escondido in the Baja Peninsula. We also have a master plan with these potential indicators in terms of total area, room capacity, and beachfront. We also have these touristic projects to develop: hotels, residential areas, civic centers, a boardwalk, hospitals, commercial centers, golf courses, a gastronomical unit, an aquatic park, a yacht club, aquarium, and such. We're talking about 1,151 hectares, so you can tell it is a very large-scale project. If we summarize the type of products that we want to develop in this destination, we would come up with this slide that includes hotels, commercial centers, hospital, an aquatic park, golf course, and a marina, with an estimated total cost of $1.3 billion. Again, this is an estimation based on the experience of Fonatur in developing destinations such as this one, in developing touristic projects such as the one I have recently described. So again, we will need to work hand in hand with a potential investor to do a financial analysis and come up with real figures. Actually, we would be more than glad to assist you in developing those financial indicators, those cash flow runs and such. We're located here at the HIF at the stand with the Mexico sign and the Fonatur sign. We have our specialists here that will be more than glad to assist you in coming up with numbers that describe the touristic projects that I have just mentioned. If we can go back, we can go maybe to Ixtapa, a different project that we're currently developing. In terms of a master plan in Ixtapa, we only have one hotel lot left that we are currently offering. This lot has a total area of 33,000 square meters with a density of 130 rooms per hectare, a total room capacity of 442 hotel rooms, and a beachfront of 183 meters. Again, this is the type of projects that Fonatur is mostly known for worldwide. The quality of the land that we sell, the legal certainty of buying the land from us, and in the end, it translates into a touristic project, into a hotel, into a resort that receives a lot of visitors throughout the year. We can go back to a different project, or we can maybe go back to the main
investment.
Maybe we can go to investment opportunities to show the audience about the specific investment opportunities that we would like to offer you today across all these destinations. For example, if we go to Cancun, we can show you the booklets that Fonatur is distributing here at the IHIF, which are available at our stand. And we can go forward, please. We can show you, for example, in terms of specific lots for touristic projects, we have the map for you. We can make it a little bit bigger for you, maybe. You have the Cancun International Airport, you have the beachfront, and here I think this is, yes. Here you can tell that there's an area that is currently being developed. This is known as Tajamar in Cancun. And we can go to the next page, please. This is basically the master plan for Tajamar. You can tell it is around the Nichupte Lagoon, which is right next to the Caribbean Ocean. This is the beachfront. All across here is the main Street, the main boulevard in Cancun. And Tajamar is located right over here, right next to the Nichupte Lagoon in Cancun. And we can go maybe to the next page, please. We describe the specific block that we're selling. We can describe the specific block that we are selling. You can tell it is right next to the lagoon. And this is block 7, this is block 2A. We can go maybe to the next page, please. The price is yet to be determined because we have to conduct a valuation of this asset before we sell it, and because we want to do it right when the investor comes to us and asks us about the specific project, we conduct the evaluation together with the potential investor in order to have recent data that they can use to come up with real numbers that describe the project that will be underway. The next page, please. An image of Cancun. Block 2A is for a specific housing unit. Again, the price needs to be determined, but we have a 4-story building with availability of, it's one lot in total. We go back to a different, maybe we can go back to a different destination. We can go to Huatulco maybe, in the Pacific, in the Mexican Pacific.
Did you tell me?
Yes, good. Go forward. We go one backwards.
Yes.
And make a little bit bigger the list of hotels that are currently in Huatulco. We have Las Brisas, we have Barceló, we have Camino Real, we have Dreams, basically 5-star hotels. We also have cruise lines that visit Huatulco. In terms of visitors, well, these are the states where most of our visitors come from in Mexico. And in terms of foreign visitors, we have Canada, USA, the Netherlands, Spain, France, and Argentina as our most important visitors in Huatulco. Can we go forward, please? Some of the tourism data. In total, we have right now about 3,415 rooms in Huatulco with an average occupancy rate of 50%. Tourist arrivals per year are 432,000 in 2012. The average stay is 3.2 days. The average density is 2.3. And we have 2,273 flights throughout the year. Can we go forward? In terms of the specific projects we have right now, close to the Huatulco International Airport, Bahía de Conejos, Cacaluta de Maguey, just to mention a few. We can go maybe forward. In terms of hotels, we have some of the lots that are available are shown in the next slides. Hotel development, we have this lot that is right next to the bay in Huatulco, lot 2B, with 48,000 square feet. Usually what Funatur does with the investor is to establish a timeline to develop a project. In terms of project presentation, we try to accomplish it in 120 days. The beginning of the construction starts then after 135 days, and the end of the construction would be 907 days after the project begins. And again, the price needs to be determined with the investor, and that capacity would be, in this case, of 21 rooms. Can we go to a different lot? This one with medium density has a total capacity of 224 rooms, which is a little bit more than the one before. And again, some timeline that we usually come up with together with the investor in order to guarantee that the project takes place. In terms of commercial zones, we have also a lot available with these characteristics. We can go maybe forward. And all this information is available for you at our stand here at IHIF. We have some booklets for each of our destinations that we would like to share with you. You're more than invited to visit us at our stand, and we will be more than happy to provide you with these booklets. We can go maybe to a different destination. We can go maybe to Loreto, Puerto Escondido in the Baja Peninsula. Again, you can tell that this is a big project currently underway. We can go forward. This is, can we go backwards? Just to show you, this is Loreto's golf course. This is the most important hotel currently in Loreto, and we can go forward so you can see the rest of the investment opportunities that are available for you today. We can look at, for example, in Loreto, Puerto Escondido, which is a zone within Loreto that has a marina that is currently being developed. You can tell that it has a beautiful scenery, beautiful surroundings, and we have, well, different lots currently available. The green dots are the lots that are currently available because they have the basic infrastructure and touristic equipment for the investor to start developing his or her touristic project. We also have lots that will be available soon because basic infrastructure, I mean, electricity, roads, water treatment, and such are public services that Fonatur provides and are currently being developed. And the red dots are lots that are going to be developed in the future. Can we go to a different lot, please?
No,
This is part of the master plan for Loreto, Puerto Escondido. As I was saying, right now we have this package where we are selling these 3 lots right next to the marina. This is the marina that is already developed, and we are currently offering it in a package together with the lots so that they can be developed by the investor. And these are the basic characteristics of the lots that are being offered. Can you go to the next one, please?
It's the same.
The description of each block, and can we go forward quickly just so that you can take a look at the projects currently underway. And again, this is information that's available for you at the stand of Fonatur. We would be more than happy to analyze the information, provide you all the details, and help you, assist you in any way possible. And before we open the floor for questions, we would like to show you a video that basically wraps up what Erwin and I have been presenting.
Fonatur, Mexico, a great destination. Mexico has a privileged geography. Sheltered by 4 marine treasures, the Caribbean, the Sea of Cortez, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Pacific Ocean. Its biodiversity is unique in the world, and it enjoys a generous weather all year round. It is the #1 country in archaeological sites. It's rich in culture, hospitable like few others. Mexico is a tourism world power. In Latin America, Mexico is the #1 destination for international tourists and #12 worldwide. American tourists visit Mexican beaches more than any other group. Mexico is considered by the World Economic Forum as an increasingly competitive country. Its sustained growth makes it one of the main players in the field of tourism investment. Today, we have unmatchable infrastructure, attractive destinations surrounded by the sea, and spectacular landscapes, rich in culture, history, music, and one of the world's most sophisticated cuisines. There is an attractive tourism investment supply in Mexico. Fonatur is a parastatal entity, a pioneer in the exploration of Mexican territory in an orderly manner with a strategic approach. Thus it was born 40 years ago. In 1974, its first discovery in Caribbean lands to develop a world-class tourist project was the paradise we know today as Cancun. Fonatur designed a business model which succeeded in promoting investment, generated jobs, improved quality of life, and fostered regional and national development with an eco-friendly project. Fonatur's undeniable success throughout these 40 years is manifest in projects such as Cancun, Los Cabos, Huatulco, and Ixtapa. Fonatur establishes itself as the key to promoting planned and sustainable tourism in Mexico through the strength and solidity of the Mexican government and the institutions that assist it strategically to carry out its mission for the benefit of national and foreign investors. Fonatur continues its search for paradisaic places that can be conditioned, urbanized, and promoted as great investment opportunities within a master plan. The achievements in tourist investment have benefited the sector in such a way that today, more than 33% of hotel rooms in sun and beach destinations are located in our developments, which also concentrate 16% of foreign tourism arriving in Mexico, and 12% of the country's tourism GDP. 41% of all foreign tourists arrive at Fonatur's sun and beach destinations. Cancun, Quintana Roo, on the Mexican Caribbean. The door to the Mayan Riviera. A whole world to discover. Marina Cozumel aims at strengthening investment with an attractive offer of first-class tourist projects, while at the same time ordering nautical services on the island. Los Cabos, on the southern tip of the Baja Peninsula, is the favorite destination of a large segment of American tourism. Ixtapa, located on the Pacific Ocean in the state of Guerrero, is one of the preferred destinations of Mexican tourism. Huatulco, with 9 bays and 36 spectacular beaches on the Pacific Ocean, Huatulco is among the most attractive tourism centers in Oaxaca. Loreto Puerto Escondido is a very exclusive site, a destination focused on international tourism. Litibu and Costa Capó are found on the Nayarita Riviera, a tourist strip par excellence, with sun and beach destinations and an important Gulf segment. Playa Espiritu, a jewel on the Pacific, currently under development on southern Sinaloa. Fonatur also operates its own golf courses, contributing added value to its property developments. They achieve a real balance between nature and design. Fonatur offers a competitive inventory of lands of all kinds and sizes for one or many business opportunities, from large hotels, malls, convention centers, golf courses, marinas, and great residential projects, to smaller lots for commercial developments or single-family homes. Investing with Fonatur offers additional benefits: international recognition, competitive costs, high return on investment, promotion of a constant increase in property value, and above all, legal certainty. Mexico is a tourism world power. Today is a great time to approach Fonatur. We're ready to accompany our future investors from the beginning of their operation and facilitate the consolidation of their investments. Fonatur, Mexico, a great destination. Gobierno de la República.
Well, basically, this is the message that we want to give you for this event, and we would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to present to you about Mexico, specifically about the investment opportunities with Fonatur. We would like to thank you for your time, and we would also like to invite you to the stand of Fonatur here at IHIF. If you have any questions, any comments, we would be more than glad to assist. No questions? So we were very clear.
Thank you very much.
Well, if you have any questions that you wish to get answered later today or tomorrow, we're going to be at the stand with the big shiny letters that spell out Mexico in front of you. Thank you very much.